Hey guys, time for an update. I am now just under 11 weeks out from my first physique show, and um, just as expected, having good and bad things going on. Workouts are going really, really well, but I always have loved that part of it. I could be in the gym for a couple hours and be very content there. Still mixing up my cardio, doing spin once a week, getting on the elliptical, getting outside, running. Got to get on the trails yesterday, which was awesome. I haven't been out there in a little while. Today did a really good cardio workout on the treadmill, which I never used to like at all, but do these great incline treadmill workouts, and then actually got to finish off the end of it with a bunch of short sprints. So I really actually enjoyed it. So workout wise, that's going really well. I had a little bit of a mess up last week with my diet, and I learned a big lesson from it. So some of you know I got stuck last week one day at the DMV, great place to be, getting my son's driver's permit. So did not plan on being there as long as I was, took no food with me. Mistake number one. I now have food with me at all times. So I learned a big lesson. I decided, we had to leave the office there for lunch because they close at lunch, and we had to come back. And we were in a small town and not a lot of choices there. So we ended up at Sonic, and really not where I wanted to waste my one cheat meal a week, but that's where it got wasted. And it kind of set me off for the rest of the day. I was, obviously not in a real good mood because we were stuck there at that office all day. Wasn't happy with the way things were running there. Just a whole kind of snowball effect. And once I had eaten that crappy food at lunch, it just set off the rest of the afternoon. So instead of just having a cheat meal at lunchtime, I ended up having just kind of a bad day the rest of that afternoon. I will tell you that I did not sleep that night. I tossed and turned, just could not rest. And it took me probably 2 days before I felt good again. It is amazing to me how, if you've got your body kind of cleaned out of that junk, when you go back to it, even if it was, half a day, I did really well the first part of the morning because I had my stuff with me. It still really affects you, and you realize how much crap is in some of that food that's out there. So, huge lesson learned. I have my cooler, and I will have food with me every day. Even if I think that I'm going to be going home to have lunch or whatever it is, I'm going to have it with me anyway, just in case, because you never know. So I will not put myself in that situation again. I also made sure that I did not really beat myself up over that. I felt crappy. I didn't get any rest. It affected me for a day or two, and that was enough. That's all I needed. I didn't have to beat myself up saying, I can't believe you did that. You've ruined all the work you've done, because I didn't. So I was able to pull myself together, get back on track, and food is prepped and ready, and I feel like I got right back on track as quickly as I got off of it. So, like I said, learned some lessons there, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way things are going. I feel like my upper body has kind of started to level out a little bit, so I know we're probably getting ready to change things up there. I definitely can tell a difference in my lower body, which anybody who knows me knows that is my weak part. So the fact that I was able to look in a mirror or put clothes on and go, wow, look at that. I can actually tell a big difference. My body shape is actually changing, which is really exciting. So I'm enjoying that and still watching that process. This has been a huge learning process, and every day I learn something new. I feel like it is helping me for myself, but also helping me with my clients. And they're actually learning at the same time I am. So it's been really beneficial in a lot of different ways. So we're trucking along, back on track. Things are going well, and I haven't gone too crazy yet food-wise. So far so good, and I will talk to all of you next week. Have a great one.